close that door.
Okay.
3, 2.
Nah, leave it open. There's always room for more.
Hey, welcome to the Divinity Podcast. I'm your host, Divinity, the Pod MC, and we are in season 2. Hey, episode 7. Ooh, episode 7. Hey, and the name of this episode is one of my favorites, by the way, KAKASHI Hatake. Shout out to my anime heads. Now, I'll get into why I named it that way. You know, I like to take my time with it. Okay, I like to smooth things on out. I be trying to sound like a little diva, R&B diva or something, but y'all know me. Tomboy Vic, the Pod MC. Oh, y'all thought I was about to hit a bar, didn't you? So anyway, this is episode 7. And now, before I get into this, I just want to shout out everybody that's walking into this new month of November, okay? September was a trying one. October was a pretty fair one. I had a good time. But now it's time to get to business because November's coming. And to those of you that look forward to this time with your family, your friends, shout out to you. Now, episode 7, KAKASHI Hatake. Shout out to my anime heads. The reason why I named it that way was because it's episode 7. And Kakashi is the leader of Team 7 in an anime that I love. That's like top number 1 on my list, Naruto. And people like to argue what's better, Naruto or Dragon Ball Z. Mm-hmm. And believe it or not, a little tidbit about that was the maker of Naruto loved Dragon Ball Z so much it inspired him to create his own. And that's when he came up with the concept for Naruto. So if you didn't know, now you know, glory, glory. Hey, stomp. So KAKASHI Hatake, leader of Team 7, son of the White Fang, okay? Now the White Fang was one of the greatest shinobi of the Leaf Village to ever do it. And he fell from grace, all because of a decision he decided to make. He fell from grace because he chose to save his comrades versus completing a mission. Now, with that came the blame for the loss of the war and the numerous amount of casualties. So they tried to blame the White Fang for him choosing saving his friends over completing the mission on him. Right? Now, this bothered him so much that it made him slip into a deep, deep depression, to eventually making him lose his mind and committing suicide, leaving KAKASHI behind. Right? Mm-hmm. Now, there are a few things we can take from that, right? And you know I'm about to get into it. Break it down. Break it down. I'll be having fun. Now, the first thing that you can take away from that is no matter how many times you save or help a person, it will never make them save or help you. Here it is, right? They're all on a mission. Picture the White Fang, Kakashi's father. They're on this mission. And he has to choose between the life of his friends, losing all of his friends, or going on with the mission. Now, as a shinobi, it's always the mission first, right? But he didn't see it that way. So he chose his friends to save them, right? So when they get back to the village, they're coming down on him like, why didn't you finish the mission? It's your fault that we lost the war. It's your fault all these people are dead. Meanwhile, his friends that he saved are grateful because they would have lost their lives. But eventually, because of popular opinion that the White Fang was the reason the war was lost, they eventually turned on him too. So that brings me back to the no matter how many times you help or save someone, it doesn't mean that they'll do the same for you. And also we could take from this that no matter how much good you do, one bad thing can make all those good, pretty things disappear, right? Now, a long time ago, someone once told me for every 10 great things you do, one bad thing wipes those 10 great things out. And I'd like to think that's how Kakashi's father felt, the White Fang. Here it is, I'm the greatest shinobi in the land. I'm a great swordsman. I got this lightning blade, hand signal thingy, lightning style type thing going on, and I'm the best at it. And I done saved you from countless wars, from countless enemies. I done completed numerous ranking A missions. And I messed up on one, and now everything is my fault. So it leads me back to say, no matter how much good you do, one bad thing wipes it away. Okay? Now, I could go deeper in that, and there's a rabbit hole with that, but, you know, I'm allowed a certain amount of time. And also another thing we can take from that is the sins of the father aren't yours to bear, right? Now imagine Kakashi growing up without his father because now he's gone. He's transcended. And now he has to find and make a way of his own, still hearing the stories of the White Fang, the legend of the White Fang, legend of the White Fang, and being held to a certain esteem because his father was the greatest shinobi. So now he feels like he has to be a great shinobi. And also realizing that his father was disgraced by the village, shunned, the blame for all of the war, the blame for all of those lives lost. Okay? Now, Kakashi is also one of the greatest to ever do it. He became the leader of Team 7, a very notable shinobi. All right. Now he's creating a name for himself. Now, although Kakashi hates responsibility, he still gets it done anyway. Right? And now it's so much so that these people are looking at him to be the Hokage. Now, for those of you that don't know what a Hokage is, it's like the president of the United States, but just in a village. I hope that was a great analogy. But so now he's the greatest shinobi, right? So much so that they want to make him the Hokage. So I guess you could say he made a name for himself, right? He is the leader of Team 7 that has Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura, and a whole bunch of other people, Team 7. And I'll let you watch it for yourself. Now, real Naruto fans will argue and say, well, was Kakashi the 6th or the 7th Hokage? Because there's some events in there that happens that will make you question that. But I'm not going to ruin it for you because I want you to get into it yourself. But this goes to show that if you fall 7 times, you better get back up 8. Now, I'm going to revert back. You know I always do. I know. Here she go. We're going to go back to season 1, episode 7, entitled Purgatory, where we were stuck in between that place of good and evil, and we have to make our way out. So imagine Kakashi right now. Here it is. He's trying to make a name for himself, but he's living under the shadows of the White Fang, his father. Doesn't really like responsibility, but knows that he has to get it done, so he gets it done. He's the leader of Team 7. doing what he is supposed to do and doing it darn well. Okay? So I'm doing this because I want you to understand that no matter what anybody has to say about you, your mother, your father, your sister, you live your own life. You are you for your whole life. And you shouldn't let people dictate who you should be or what you want to be, because whatever you want to be, make sure you're damn good at it. It doesn't matter whether you sold drugs. It doesn't matter whether your father sold drugs. It doesn't matter whether your father's a jailbird. It doesn't matter whether your mother was out on the street selling her butt, whatever. You make your own name. You choose your own life. You do your own thing. And what you do with it is nobody else's business, especially if they aren't doing the 3 F's, okay? And I'm going to burn it down for you. If they're not financing, if they're not effing you, feeding you, the 3 F's, what does it matter? Because good, bad, or indifferent, somebody's always going to have something to say. But luckily, Kakashi Hatake wrote a name for himself. Okay? So much so that they named him to be Hokage. And guess what? When he was the leader of Team 7, there's a character on that show named Naruto who said, from the beginning, I'm going to be Hokage one day. So I guess you could say it was ordained, predestined for him to be under Kakashi Hatake so he could be Hokage himself. Now, my job is to feed you. How you digest it, well, that's personal. As for me, as for mine, it's always forward always. Hey, hey, talk to me. Talk to me. I hope I did good. I hope I did good. Hey, talk to me. Hey, talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Hey, oi. Peace.